Congratulations, Ethan. First paycheck, huh? The clerk at the jewelry store smiled as she slid the little box into a paper bag. Yeah, I said, grinning. It feels unreal. My stepsister's birthday. I wanted something meaningful. Simple, classic choice, she said, tapping the box. She loved it. I believed her. That night, our house buzzed with voices and laughter. Balloons floated above the dining table, and Emily was in the center, glowing in her new dress. I walked in, holding the small bag like it carried my whole heart. Ethan, you're late, Linda whispered, tugging my arm. Go, give it to her, right? My palms sweated, but I walked over. Happy birthday, Emily, I said, placing the box in her hand. She glanced at me, then at the box. From you? Yeah, I said, smiling. You once told me you liked simple things, so she opened it. The silver watch caught the light. For a moment, I thought her eyes softened. Then she laughed, sharp cutting. A watch? From this brand? She tilted the box for her friends to see. Wow, Ethan, next time, don't bother. And please don't talk to me in public again. You make me look cheap. The room went silent. Someone coughed. A few of her friends giggled behind their hands. My throat closed. I just thought you'd like it. You thought wrong. She shut the box with a snap and set it aside like trash. Mark's voice came from across the table, smooth but cold. Let's not make a scene. He didn't even look at me. I wasn't Ethan, Linda whispered, grabbing my sleeve. Her eyes begged me to stop. Just let it go. Let it go, I whispered back. She humiliated me. Please, she said, her voice trembling. Emily smirked, turning back to her friends. Anyway, where were we? Oh, right, the real gifts. They burst out laughing. I felt the bag crumpling in my fist. My face burned. I wanted to scream, but my chest only ached. I backed away from the table. Happy birthday, I muttered, though no one cared. Where are you going? Linda called softly. Out, I said, my voice shaking. Don't be dramatic, Mark said, finally looking at me. You ruin the mood? I stared at him. I'm ruining the mood. Ethan, Linda hissed. Please, I swallowed the lump in my throat. The walls seemed to close in. Everyone was watching me, the outsider, the unwanted. I turned and walked out. In the hallway, my footsteps echoed. My chest felt hollow, like something had been carved out. I opened the gift bag. Empty. Just crumpled paper. The watch, the thought, my pride, it was all discarded on that table. I leaned against the wall, breathing hard. Don't talk to me in public again. Her words spun in my head like knives. The door creaked behind me. Linda slipped out, her face pale. Ethan, wait. I turned. Why do you always protect them? Why not me? Her lips trembled. It's her birthday. She didn't mean it. She didn't mean it. I laughed bitterly. She said it in front of everyone. She's young. She's 21, Mom. Old enough to know cruelty. Linda flinched. Please don't fight tonight. For me, I stared at her. For you, I stayed quiet for years. For you, I let Mark talk down to me. For you, I let Emily treat me like dirt. When do I get to matter? Tears filled her eyes. You matter to me. Then say it in there, I snapped. Say it in front of them. Her silence was louder than her words. She lowered her eyes. I can't, she whispered. Something inside me cracked. Of course you can't. I brushed past her and stepped outside. The walls are thin, I whisper in the hallway. Laughter leaks through Emily's door. Cheap gifts, she says. He really thought that brand belongs near me. A friend snorts. At least he tried. He tries to look important, Emily says. Tell him to vanish next time. Mark's voice scrapes. He needs to know his place. No scenes. I stare at the paint. My place, I mouth. Linda touches my sleeve. Please, Ethan, keep peace. Tonight is delicate. Peace for who? For everyone, she whispers. I swallow the heat and go to my room. The receipt waits on my desk, creased. I press it to my palm until it bites. This is proof, I say. I cared. My phone buzzes. Josh, talk, he says. What happened? I bought Emily a watch, I say. She laughed. Told me not to talk to her in public. Mark pretended I was background noise. Say the line she used, he says. Don't talk to me in public again. What did it do to you? He asks. It shrank me, I say. I felt like a chair in the wrong room. You're not furniture, he says. My spine is paper right now, I say, holding the receipt. Paper can cut, he says. Chaos or change? Change, I say. Then choose your audience, he says. Say it to their faces, or say it to your future. My future doesn't hijack birthdays, I say. Your future builds boundaries, he says. So I wait? I ask. Not mute, he says. Write it down. Sleep. Speak when the shake doesn't own you. I always shake, I say. Keep talking anyway, he says. What if they don't care? I ask. They won't, he says. At first, care for yourself harder than they don't. Say you deserve better, he says. I deserve better, I say thinly. Again, he says. I deserve better, I repeat, firmer. Tape the receipt to your mirror, he says. I slide it under the mirror's edge. Done, water, shower, bed, he says. Text me only if the house burns. Thanks, I say. You're not a chair, he says, and hangs up. In the bathroom, my eyes are red rims and a tired face. I splash cold water. Back in bed, the house quiets, laughter thinning, doors clicking. I listen like a guard. Sleep takes the second watch. Morning opens pale. Coffee smells like courage. I iron a clean shirt. Linda appears in the doorway. Ethan, she says, about last night I heard enough, I say. You don't have to explain. She's young, she tries. She's practiced, I say. At cruelty. Please don't fight, she says. I'm not fighting, I say. I'm leaving for work. Dinner tonight. She asks, if dinner means silence, no, I say. If dinner means honesty, maybe. I don't know how to do that with Mark, she whispers. You'll have to learn, I say. Or I'll lead alone. I'm sorry, she says. Me too, I say, stepping past her. I breathe with the lights. Green, go. Red, hold. Yellow, don't beg. Harrison Tech, smells like paper and new hope. I walk in with the receipt in my pocket, feeling its edge like a spine. Ms. Rivera stands by the glass conference room. Morning, Ethan, she says. Did you sleep? A little, I say. Your eyes disagree, she says. Are you okay? I'm fine, I say. She waits. The tremor gives me away. I'm fine. Walk with me, she says. We step into the quiet hall by the fire stairs. I don't pry, she says, but I notice. If you're carrying something, your hands won't be free for good work. I'm carrying family, I say. It's heavy. I can lift today. Will it crush you? She asks. Not today, I say. Today I choose small wins. What's the first win? She asks. I finish the data cleanup before lunch, I say. Then I document so a stranger understands. Second, she asks. I take the messy tickets no one wants, I say. I make them neat. Third, she asks. I leave on time, I say. I don't go home to a script that hurts me. You're allowed to protect yourself, she says. I know, I say, and something loosens in my chest. If you need time, ask before you break, she says. I won't break, I say. Good, she says. Go earn your wins. At my desk, the spreadsheet jungle waits. I start cutting vines. Columns align. Notes grow clear. My phone lights up. Josh, breathing. I text, working. Voice still shakes. He replies, good voices do. I look at the mirror in my mind, the receipt wedged there, white and stubborn. I hear his line. Say it to their faces, or say it to your future. I whisper, I choose my future, starting today now. Toast or eggs? Linda asked. Both, I said. In a minute to talk, Mark rustled the paper. Make it quick. Emily scrolled her phone. Drama already? My voice shakes, I said, but I'm not here to fight. I'm setting rules. Emily smirked. He rehearsed. I'll pay rent, I said. On the first, I'll clean my space. I won't accept insults. Mark snorted. Who insulted you? You did, I said. Emily rolled her eyes. Victim speech. I'm not a victim, I said. I'm a tenant with standards. Linda touched my wrist. Maybe later now, I said. I need clarity. Mark folded the paper. You live under my roof. I contribute, I said. I won't be mocked in my kitchen. Emily laughed. Then stop bringing bargain bin gifts. My chest tightened. That was unkind. Don't do it again. She leaned back. Or what? Or I leave any talk that crosses that line, I said. Mark tapped the table. You think you're strong because you got a paycheck? I think I can draw lines, I said. I'm finished, I added. Those are the rules, Emily. Clapped once, slow. Cute. Mark pushed back his chair. In this house, respect is earned. I agree, I said. Watch how I live. I stood. I'm leaving for work. Run along, Emily said. I wear my time well, I said. Grabbing my bag, Clara waved me into a meeting room. You have a minute? Yes, I said. She opened my project doc. These notes are clear. You wrote for the next person. I tried, I said. I hate confusion. You could mentor newer hires, she said. You spot gaps. Do I really? I asked. You do? She said. Risks, owners, next steps. Decisions legible. I'm glad it helps, I said. You're not invisible here, she added. You have potential. The word landed like water. Potential? Take the vendor integration, she said. Pair with Marco. Document as you go. I can do that, I said. Ask before you drown. She said, I'll swim smart. I said, ping me at 3. I left lighter. I breathed steady. Counting 4 in, 4 out. My hands wanted to shake, but the keyboard gave them work. Small wins stacked like bricks. A wall began to rise. I kept building quietly. My phone buzzed at lunch. Tyler, busy? He texted, yes. I typed. At work, he sent a gym selfie. Heard you gave a speech at breakfast. Not a speech, I typed. Boundaries. Big words, he wrote. Don't try to climb. You'll fall. Cold slid down my spine. I sent nothing. He texted again. Be useful. Stay quiet, I locked my phone. Marco appeared. Ready to pair? Yeah, I said. Webhook fix? We opened logs. He pointed. Repeated 400. Payload mismatch. I'll update the schema, I said. Then add examples. Clean, he said. You make tidy trails. I like being easy to follow, I said. Careful, he laughed. People might follow you, scary thought, I said. At 3, I pinged Clara. Integration synced. Docs updated, she replied. Nice work. Share and hashtag #ang-learning? Will do, I said. Thumbs up stacked under my post. I messaged Josh. I spoke up. Voice shook. Didn't break, he replied, shaking his movement. I smiled. Thanks. At home, the kitchen was quiet. Linda rinsed plates. Dinner, she asked. Later, I said, how was work? She asked, good, I said. Clara liked my notes. Her mouth lifted. I always knew you were careful. I'm learning to be clear, I said. Mark walked in. We done with theater this morning? We are, I said. The rules stand. There's one rule, he said. My house. Share it like an adult, I said. Or I find a lease. Silence pooled. Mark, Linda whispered. He scoffed. Empty threats. I don't threaten, I said. I choose. Emily breezed in. Look who found a spine. I found a voice, I said. It won't shout. It will leave. You'll run from a watch joke, she asked. I'll run from contempt, I said. She rolled her eyes. Whatever. My phone buzzed. Tyler again. Climb and fall. I set the phone down. Linda searched my face. Are you safe? Yes, I said. Mark opened the fridge. Pay rent Friday, I said the first, I replied. I'll keep my word. We'll see, he said. We will, I said. I took a plate to my room. The door clicked like a seal dot in the mirror. My hands trembled, then steadied. I'll pay rent, I told my reflection. I'll clean my space. I won't accept insults. If this house won't hold that, I said, I'll find one that will. I pulled the shoebox from the closet and lifted the lid. Old cards, brittle letters, and scraps of Grandma Rose's handwriting spilled out. Stand tall. Even if your knees shake, respect is earned when silence is chosen, and the one that hit hardest. Silence cuts deepest when you choose it, I whispered. Thanks, Grandma, and copied it into my phone. My wallet was open beside me. The watch receipt sat folded inside, edges soft from being pressed. I'll keep you here, I muttered, sliding it back in. Not as proof for them. As a reminder for me, at work, Clara stopped at my desk. You free for something messy? I looked up. Messy how? She dropped a folder on my keyboard. This client file. Inconsistent, incomplete, a nightmare. Sounds like fun, I said, though my chest tensed. Fun? She smirked. Most people run. I don't run, I said. I document. Good, she said. Impress me. I opened the file. Numbers out of place, missing entries. I dove in, cleaning column by column. Clara returned an hour later. You're still alive? Barely, I said. But it's starting to make sense. She scanned the sheet. You fixed the totals already? Had to, I said. Nothing else balanced. You like order, she said. I like breathing without chaos, I replied. Clara nodded. Keep this up, Ethan, and you won't just be the new hire. You'll be the standard. The words landed like an anchor. Thanks, I said quietly. Don't thank me, she said. Do it again tomorrow. I will, I promised. At lunch, Josh called. How's the office life? Messy files, patient boss, steady breathing, I said. Patient boss? Clara, she noticed my notes. Said I have potential. Finally, someone sees it. He said it feels unreal, I admitted. Like I'm finally visible. You are, he said. Keep proving it to yourself, not them. I'm trying, I said. He paused. Hackathon this weekend. Midnight pizza, bad coffee, half-broken code. You in. I smiled. Always good. I need your stubborn order. I'll bring chaos. Deal, I said. That night at home, Emily's laughter filled the living room. I scrolled my feed and there she was. New dress, designer purse, captioned, Know Your Worth. Never settle. I shook my head. Worth isn't a price tag, I muttered. From the couch she called out, Ethan, did you like my post? No, I said flatly. Rude, she shot back. Honest, I said standing. She frowned. Why do you sound so smug lately? I stopped apologizing. I said, for what? She asked, for existing. I said, you should try it. Her friends giggled. Ignore him, Emily, one whispered. She rolled her eyes. Gladly. I headed to my room, closing the door with calm hands. Josh texted, Hackathon rules. No quitting before 2 a.m. Got it? I replied, got it. Bring the caffeine. He sent a thumbs up emoji. I sat on my bed, pulling the shoebox closer again. Grandma Rose's words glowed under the lamp. I traced one with my finger. Even silence has weight. I whispered, I'll carry it. I pulled the receipt from my wallet, unfolded it. The ink had begun to fade, but the numbers were still clear. You humiliated me, I murmured to the paper, picturing Emily's laugh, but this receipt isn't yours anymore. It's mine. My vow. I slid it back, the edges stiff under my thumb. The next morning, Clara caught me by the elevator. Your file cleanup was clean, she said. Thanks, I said. You keep this pace. You'll lead a project before the quarter ends, she said. My heart jumped. Really? Really? She said. Don't doubt it. I'll try not to, I said. Don't try, she said. Do the elevator dinged? Thanks, Clara, I said again. Prove me right, she said, stepping out. That night, Linda knocked softly on my door. Ethan, yes. She slipped in. Emily said you embarrassed her in front of her friends. I answered honestly, said. She says you're colder now, she said. I'm clearer now, I corrected. She sighed. Just don't push too far. I'm not pushing, I said. I'm standing. She looked at me with tired eyes. You sound like your grandmother. Good, I said. Pulling the shoebox closer, Linda's lips trembled into a small smile. She'd be proud. When she left, I whispered into the quiet, I hope so. That weekend, I packed my laptop. Josh texted, Ready? Ready, I typed. Grandma Rose's note flashed in my mind. Silence cuts deepest when you choose it. I locked my wallet with the receipt inside and whispered, I choose my silence. I choose my strength. The bell over the cafe door jingled as I stepped inside. I ordered a black coffee and turned toward the seating area. That's when I saw him Taylor sitting with a woman I didn't know. He spotted me, smirked, and raised his cup. Small world. I just came for coffee, I said flatly. Relax, he said. Don't make this weird. You already did, I said. He leaned closer, voice low. Keep quiet if you want peace. I don't need your peace, I said. He laughed, loud enough for the woman to hear. He's nobody, he told her. My hands tightened around the cup. I turned and walked out. Outside, my phone buzzed. A text from him, keep quiet if you want peace. Another followed, family first. Don't ruin it. I shoved the phone in my pocket. My chest felt hot, my stomach cold. I called Josh. What's up? He asked. I saw Tyler, I said. With another woman? He threatened me again. What words? Keep quiet if you want peace. Josh exhaled hard. Classic bully line. I'm not sure what to do, I said. Truth walks, he said. Help it walk. You want me to tell Emily? Not yet. Don T, play spy. Don't burn yourself. Hold the truth until it has legs. I hate waiting, I said. Waiting isn't silence, he replied. It's sharpening, I sighed. I don't want to live in their shadows. Then don't, he said. Stand in light. Tyler can't survive there. Back at Harrison Tech, I focused on the prototype. When Ms. Rivera stopped by my desk, I forced my voice steady. How's it coming? She asked 3 taps. Photo. Amount save, I said. Offline queue included. She tested it on my screen. Smooth. Did you write this copy? Yeah, I said. Plain verbs, no clutter. She smiled. Good. We'll showcase this at the Friday demo. My chest tightened again, but in a different way. Me, present. You built it, she said. People should see you. Thank you, I said softly. Don't thank me, she said. Prepare I will, I said. After work, I walked home slow. My phone buzzed again. Another message from Tyler. You'll regret it if you cross me. I deleted it without replying. At home, Emily was in the living room, fixing her hair in the mirror. Drive me to a party? She asked. No, I said. She froze. Excuse me? No, I repeated. Her eyes narrowed. Why not? Because I'm not your driver, I said. You're seriously holding a grudge over a stupid watch? She said. It wasn't a joke, I said calmly. She scoffed. You're pathetic. I'm precise, I said. She glared. You can't just say no to me. I just did, I said. She grabbed her purse. Tyler will pick me up. At least he shows up. I looked her in the eye. Ask him what he does on Tuesdays. Her face hardened. Stay out of my life. You told me that already, I said, my voice steady. She stormed out, the door slamming behind her. Later, I called Josh again. Well? He asked. She asked me to drive her, I said. I said no. You explained. No, just no. Josh laughed. Finally, it felt strange, I admitted. Like breathing new air. That's what strength feels like, he said. What if it backfires? I asked. Then you'll deal with it on your feet, not your knees, he said. I let the silence sit, heavy but clean. Thanks, I said. Remember, he said, mirrors don't chase cracks. They just reflect them. I hung up, staring at my own reflection in the dark window. My hands trembled, but my voice had not. For the first time, I didn't explain myself. The air around me felt different, lighter, sharper. Like a line had finally been drawn. The demo room buzzed with low voices and shuffling laptops. Ms. Rivera looked at me. Ethan, ready? Yes, I said. My palms sweated, but I kept my voice level. I clicked the slides. Problem. Expense reporting is clunky. Solution. 3 taps. Photo. Amount. Save. Offline queue if no signal. Clara leaned forward. Show the flow. Tap. Camera. Enter. Done, I said, guiding the clicks. What about errors? Someone asked. Plain text, I said. No codes. Fixed steps included. Ms. Rivera nodded. Security? Local encryption? Rotation? Auto wipe on logout? Another manager said. Scalability? Modular design. New categories can be added without rewrites. When I finished, silence stretched for half a beat. Then Clara smiled. Impressive. Ms. Rivera closed her notebook. I'll recommend seed funding for expansion. Ethan led the copy and flow. My name in her mouth sounded heavier than the project. I nodded quickly. Thank you, she added. Get used to being credited. You earned it. After the meeting, Josh texted, heard the buzz. Drinks tonight. Maybe later, I wrote. Need to breathe first. At dinner, Linda leaned close. Mark's worried. About what? I asked. People saying you act too proud. I smiled softly. It's not pride. It's awakening, she frowned. He doesn't like how it looks. He should check his own reflection, I said. Mark folded his arms. Respect isn't loud. I wasn't loud, I said. I was clear. You think you're better than us now? I think I'm better than I was, I said. That's arrogance, that's growth, I replied. Linda whispered, please, not tonight. I set down my fork. I didn't start this. I'm just not bowing anymore. Later, my phone buzzed. Kara, one of Emily's friends. Can I tell you something? She texted. Sure, I wrote. Tyler borrowed money in Emily's name. Thousands. My throat tightened. She knows? No. Don't mention me. Please. You're safe, I typed. I found Emily scrolling her feed on the couch. Emily, we need to talk. She didn't look up. Make it fast. Tyler used your name to borrow money. He's not paying. She laughed. That's rich. You'll say anything to smear him. I'm warning you, I said. You're jealous, she snapped. Of debt? I asked. Of love? My love doesn't use your credit line, I said. She rolled her eyes. God, you're obsessed. Stay out of it. I can't if it drags you down, I said. Get out of my face, she hissed. The doorbell rang. Tyler strolled in with flowers. Evening, gorgeous, he said to Emily. He turned to me. And you still brooding? Where's the repayment plan? I asked. Emily gasped. Stop it. Tyler's smile stretched. What are you accusing me of now? You know, I said, using her name. Ridiculous, he said smoothly. Show her the paperwork, I said. He waved the flowers. I don't explain myself to family freeloaders. Then explain to the lender, I said. Emily snapped, You're ruining dinner. I'm asking questions, I said. Go on, Tyler mocked. What brilliant question do you have? Where were you Tuesday? The gym, he said instantly. Which? Downtown, he said. Trainer's name? He blinked. Why? You told Kara you were at Westfield, I said. Emily turned sharply. Kara. She heard you, I said. Ask her. Tyler laughed too loudly. Cute, making up stories. Loan amount? I asked none, he said. Then Emily can check her credit, I said. He glared. Don't control her. I'm giving her control back, I said. Mark entered. Enough. We don't air this nonsense here. It's not nonsense when a lender calls, I said. Who called you? Mark demanded. Proof matters more than who, I said. There is none, Tyler said smoothly. Then Emily won't mind checking, I said. Linda whispered Ethan. Please, silence helps him, I said. Tyler stepped closer, jaw tight. One more word and I'll... I didn't move. And you'll what? Lie louder? The room froze. Emily grabbed her purse. We're leaving. Ask him about Tuesday on the way, I said quietly. Shut up, she snapped. They stormed out. Linda slumped in a chair. Why provoke him? Because silence is cruelty, I said. Mark shook his head. You're poisoning this house. Truth brings weather, I said. I didn't make the storm. Apologize tomorrow, he ordered. No, I said. He sneered. Arrogance. Awakening, I corrected. Josh called. Status. Demo landed. Home exploded? You poked the bear? I asked questions. And? People noticed his answers didn't fit. That's how cracks spread, Josh said. I feel like glass too, I admitted. Glass reflects. Hold steady, he said. Easier said, I muttered. Call me if you need a couch, he said. Maybe soon, I replied. Later that night, Emily slipped back in. She jumped when she saw me in the hall. Don't lurk, she snapped. I want one promise, I said. What now? If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. If I'm right, will you listen? You're not right. Then check your credit, I said. She folded her arms. Why should I? For the part of me that still cares, I said. She looked away. I'll think about it. That's all I ask, I said. She narrowed her eyes. Don't text Tyler again. I won't, I said. He texts me, then ignore him. I choose when to be silent, I said. She left without answering in my room. I opened the budget sheet Miss Rivera requested. Hosting off, analytics each line, neat, each note clear. My phone buzzed. Josh, proud, sleep. I touched the receipt in my wallet and whispered, no pride. Just awakening. Breathe, I tell myself as I step onto the rooftop. Ethan, Emily says, don't start anything. I came for the view, I say. Tyler smirks by the railing. Family night. Be nice. I'm nice to truth, I say. A man in a navy blazer asks, Tyler King? Tyler lifts his chin. Who's asking? Someone you owe, the man says. Repayment date passed. You used Emily Walker's name? My name? Emily whispers. Scam, Tyler says. Ignore him. Show the messages, I say. The man raises his phone. Screenshots, transfers, authorization, selfies. Fake, Tyler says. Photoshopped, the man scrolls. Number ending 26. Same number you texted me from tonight? Emily's hand shakes. Tyler. He wraps an arm around her. Relax. Bridge loan. I did it for us. That isn't for us, I say. That's through her. Shut up, Tyler hisses. Let me see, Emily says. The man turns the screen. Application. Driver's license. Her address. Where did you get that license? I ask. Tyler's smile thins. You're jealous. I'm careful, I say. Answer her. Mark arrives with a party grin. Gentlemen, not here. Family matters privately. Private time ended with the due date, the man says. Mark lowers his voice. We're respectable people. Respect doesn't erase debt, I say. Emily looks at me. Did you set this up? No, I say. Truth walked here by itself. Tyler points at me. He poisoned you against me. I ask simple questions, I say. Your answers changed. Tyler turns back. What do you want? Repayment or a police report, the man says. Police, Emily whispers. Let receipt speak, I say softly. Tyler bristles. You want a show? I want safety, I say. Yours. The man taps his phone. I already dialed. Tyler lunges. Hands catch him. Glasses rattle. Enough, I say. Stop performing and start explaining. Emily faces him. How much? Small, he says. Manageable. How much? She repeats. He swallows. 5 figures. She goes pale. With my name. With our future, he says. That wasn't consent, I say. Mark presses a palm to my shoulder. Let the adults speak. I am speaking, I say. You told me to know my place. Now know yours. Mark's jaw tightens. Watch your tone. I finally am, I say. The man angles the phone to Emily again. Thread, his request. Your data, Emily flinches. That's my license number. Babe, Tyler pleads. I needed leverage. Leverage isn't love, I say. Stay out of this, Tyler says. I live in it, I say. She's my family, he sneers. Family when it pays, right? Family when it hurts, I say. Security drifts closer. Everything okay? Evidence is here, the man says. We're waiting for officers. Misunderstanding, Tyler says. We'll repay. With what? I ask. More of her credit? Emily's lips shake. You promised honesty. I promised outcomes, he says. I ask for respect, she whispers. Red lights crawl up the glass. Music cuts. Wind takes the noise. Linda touches Emily's elbow. Breathe in, breathe out. Emily stares at Tyler's pockets. Give me your phone, he hesitates. Why? Because truth shouldn't hide, I say. He gives it. She scrolls, then gasps. You sent my documents to 3 numbers. Verification, he says. Sales, the man corrects. Mark raises his voice. Friends, enjoy the party. Nothing to see. There is, I say, a map of harm. Ethan, Mark warns. Receipts don't care about warnings, I say. The elevator doors open. 2 officers step out. Who called? The taller asks. I did, the lender says. Identity used without consent. The officer studies Tyler. ID forgot it, Tyler mutters. Name Tyler King. Hands where I can see them, the officer says. We'll take statements. Emily's voice cracks. He used me. I'm here, I say. Let the process work. The officer gestures. You first, he tells the lender. Tyler glares at me. Enjoy this? No, I say. I'm done enjoying pain. He turns to Emily. You'll forgive me. You love me. She keeps scrolling. Love doesn't sign loans in my sleep. Drama? He scoffs. Documentation, I say. The lender lists dates and amounts. The wind turns cold. Tyler tries again. We can fix this. We? Emily asks. You did this, and I pay. I'll pay, he says. With whose name? I ask. He surges. Security grips his arms. A cup explodes. Do not resist, the officer says. Tyler sags. He hates me, he mutters, tilting at me. I hate what you do, I say. Emily looks at me. Did you do this to me? No, I say. Truth did, she wipes her cheek. I don't know what to do. Start with a statement, I say. Then freeze your credit. Mark pinches his nose. We'll hire counsel. We'll control the narrative. You can't manage gravity, I say. It lands. Linda whispers. Enough words. Almost done, I say. The officer turns to Tyler. You'll come with us. For how long? Tyler asks. As long as it takes, the officer says. Emily hands over both phones. Take screenshots. No more secrets. The lender nods. Thank you. Tyler spits near my shoe. You'll regret this. I regret staying silent, I say. They move him to the elevator. Sirens paint the door red. Emily sways. Take me home? Yes, I say. After statements, she nods. I'm sorry for trusting. I ask. Don't be sorry for that. Save sorry for patterns. She grips my wrist. Stay close. I'm here, I say. Mark hovers. We'll discuss how you embarrassed us. You were embarrassed by light, I say. It shows the dust. He gives up. The officer takes my number. You did the right thing. I answered a question, I say. What question? What silence costs, I say. The doors close on Tyler's stare. The rooftop feels honest. The wind lifts napkins. The city holds its breath. I exhale and watch the city blink like a witness. The house was heavy in its silence. Tyler was gone, tangled in legal knots I didn't untie. Emily stayed behind her door. Mark drifted past me without words. Linda stood at the sink, sleeves wet. Mom, I said softly, let me help. She sniffed. I can manage your crying into the water, I said. Her hands trembled. Everything broke so fast, I dried a plate. It was already cracked. She pressed her forehead against her wrist. I thought if I smiled, enough smiles don't mend lies, I said. She nodded, silent, soap dripping, 2 days blurred. Meals without voices. Lights off early. My phone buzzed with Josh, checking in. I told him, not tonight. Mark finally spoke as he grabbed his keys. Your stunt made us a spectacle. Truth made us visible, I said. You'll see how far arrogance takes you. It's not arrogance, I said. It's fatigue. He shook his head and left. That night, a knock. I opened my door. Emily stood there, eyes swollen, hair tangled. Ethan, she whispered, can I come in? Yeah, I said, stepping aside. She perched on the edge of my chair. I wanted to say sorry. For what? I asked. For the watch? For calling you jealous? For siding with him. Her voice cracked. I should have known. You trusted, I said. He twisted it. She covered her face. I keep blaming the world. The lender, Dad. Even you. It's easier than blaming myself. Easier doesn't fix it, I said. Her hands dropped. Do you hate me? I opened my wallet and pulled the folded receipt. I placed it in her palm. This was my promise to care, I said. You threw it away. I won't chase you. Tears slipped down her cheek. Why give it back? Because it belongs with you, I said. Not me. Her voice broke. Do you hate me? No, I said quietly. I'm just tired. She clutched the paper, shoulders shaking. She stood, lips pressed shut, and walked to the door. Emily, I said. She paused. Don't waste the receipt again, I said. She nodded once and left. The house was still, but the silence no longer crushed. It waited, like the start of repair. Ready? Josh asked, adjusting the projector. Ready, I said. Palms dry this time. The upgraded app glowed on the screen. Expense log. 3 taps. Sync is seamless, I said. Clara leaned forward. Error handling? Josh clicked. Plain language, direct fixes. Ms. Rivera nodded. Good security? I answered, encryption stronger. Auto logout tighter. Scalability. Clara asked. Modules snap in, I said. Future-proof. When the demo ended, Ms. Rivera closed her folder. Pilot funding approved. Clara smiled. You two carried it well. Josh elbowed me. Told you, I breathed out. Thank you, Ms. Rivera looked at me. Stay steady. This is just the first brick. I will, I said. A week later, I signed the lease on a small studio near the office. Keys in hand, I messaged my mom. I love you. My door is open, but my walls are strong. She replied with a heart. Boxes stacked. I unfolded Grandma Rose's notes. The one I copied into my phone rested on top. Silence cuts deepest when you choose it. I set it on the shelf, steady. Months passed like trains. Then Emily's birthday came. A parcel waited by my door. Inside, the silver watch, polished, wrapped in plain paper. A note in her handwriting. I was wrong. If you don't want to talk, I understand. I placed the watch beside Grandma's note. My throat burned, but my hands didn't shake. I typed slowly. We can talk, slowly. Her reply was just 3 dots, then silence. Silence I could live with. I stepped outside. The city lights softened instead of glaring. Justice had come quietly, like rain on glass. I stayed standing,